I'm so excited to show you my making the bed hack today. Here's the deal. I'm not really a sewer. Like, I enjoy sewing and I kind of make it up, but nobody ever taught me how to sew. And did I already say that I kind of make it up? I just do it. And so if you're one of those people, this is perfect for you. However, if you are like an expert seamstress, this might offend you a little bit. And so I just need you to be filled with grace for me. Figured out a way to hack the Betty's lovely, brilliant, wonderful making the bed sheet situation where it zips up around. So all your kid has to do is zip it up. It's brilliant, right? However, we have a lot of children and those are really expensive. And so, I mean, do I need to say anything else? I just couldn't afford to do that. So we just made up our own. So what we've done is we've gone and gotten sheets from Target and purchased little fleece, like that soft, it's not really fleece, but it's kind of fleece. I'm sure it has a real name, but the soft baby blanket material. And we've beefed up the top part of the flat sheet. And then we sewed it along the fitted sheet side. So that way our kids, when they get out of bed in the morning, all they have to do is pull up that top corner to the other corner and their bed is made. So the room looks nice and neat with beds made, and it's not a huge mess on top of the bed where they think that they made the bed and they really didn't do anything at all. Lord help us. So I can't wait to show you this today. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to try as hard as I can to put dimensions and stuff down here at the bottom. But again, I need so much grace with this whole thing because I'm not really a seamstress, just making it up. But I'm hoping that makes your life easier and that you can pull this off too. If you've never sewn before, I think you can do this because I did. So there you go, Mama. I'm excited. Okay, so this tutorial is for a twin bed. I feel like most of our people are in twin beds. Here's what we're gonna do. The top flat sheet, you are gonna probably need to trim down some. And you're also gonna need to cut your soft, lovely fabric that's going on the inside to fit your sheet on top. So I'm going to measure that out for you and show you how we're going to measure that. You're going to want it to come down just to the bottom of your mattress, and then on the other side, just to the bottom of your mattress. You don't want it to hang off too much because then it doesn't look like a nice, neat made bed. So for us, that's 54 inches. So I'll probably cut my flat sheet and my fabric to like 55 inches so that I have a 1/2 inch inseam on both sides. Then you're going to put the like sides together, the sides that you want on the outside. So put those together and sew them up. And I'd sew the bottom parts together first and then leave this top part where you're going to want to fold it down of the flat sheet that comes up by your face. That's the part. I'm going to leave that open and then we'll flip it inside out and then sew this top part, you know, with a sheet. What is that? Extra band. I'm sure that has a fancy name, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to fold that over and then sew that down. So our fabric and our flat sheet, you're going to need to cut lengthwise as well. Let me measure that for you really quick. 75. Because we are not going all the way down on lengthwise. We are just going to the very end. So, all right. So we have our top sewn together. And it's going to fit perfectly over the sides of the mattress. Here is the tricky part. This is what took me so long to figure out. I want you, when you're sewing the flat sheet onto the fitted sheet, I want you to sew it like this. It is not going to come all the way down. We're not going all the way down to the elastic. We're going to sew right across this top part right here. On this side, we are going to sew onto the elastic. So we're going to pin it here and then sew it all the way across on the elastic part. We have our flat sheet pinned on top of our fitted sheet. And we're just going to sew. I'm going to sew across the bottom part of the mattress first before sewing down where that seam was, just to make sure that is all straight, and then come back and pin the other side. If you are an official sewer out there, please don't be offended by what I'm doing, right? I really just made up sewing. No one ever taught me, just kind of, so I feel like my techniques are kind of rough around the edges, but I have hope that you will be able to watch this and make it into something beautiful. So here we go. Of course, want to do your back stitch because people's feet are going to be kicking the sky and you want it to be as strong as humanly possible. All right. We've got our back stitch sewn. Have our bottom one set up. We're going to bring this corner down to the elastic part of our fitted sheet on the side that you want to sew. So again, make sure that you're thinking about your child's bed and which way they get in it and which way you want the seam to be. When you're sewing the fitted part, the fitted sheet, you want to make sure to pull it taut so that way it's as straight as you want it. So I'm going to put this back on my mattress and pin it again just to make sure, and we'll come back and we'll sew it. All right, so we have this side pinned where the elastic is for our fitted sheet. We're going to come back and we're going to sew that on. Remember that you want to hold it taut. I like that word. You're going to want to hold it taut. So that way when the elastic expands or goes back to its original state of being, that your fitted sheet lines up with it exactly.
All right, Charlie, it's time to wake up. Can you make your bed? Yay!